All right, Coach, under hazy, overcast L.A. skies, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson, California. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Green Bay Packers and our home team. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Set, ready, 60 or. Go out. Two.
Now a carry by the third-year man. This is Austin Ekeler. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Yeah.
On 2nd down, Ekeler. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35. The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches.
Ready.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 4th down. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They're going to try and throw. And this is incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll go with their leading rusher from a season ago. This is Aaron Jones. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Keep it up. Swing 80 weapons. Hey, take 26.
To throw is Rodgers. This one complete to Devin Funchess. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a 1st down.
No. 258. 52. Come on. I got it.
On 1st down, Rodgers. It's caught by Funchess. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
From the gun on third down, Rodgers. Got a man open, it's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. Davante Adams with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Crosby connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready, set.
The Charger drive about to get going. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them.
Exit.
58 to Mike, 58. 58 to Mike.
Hey.
58 to Mike. 58 to Mike.
Fair. Tight go. Set, go.
To throw on second down, Herbert finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down. Now, he's the guy, Mike Williams, that the Chargers took 7th overall a couple of years ago. Battled injuries as a rookie, but in full health last year, he caught 43 passes with a knack of really finding the end zone. 10 of those 43 catches went for touchdowns. Running on first down, Eckler. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Check 25. Look at me, zipper.
They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game. And that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Ready.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
And here we go again.
Hey.
Mike's 42.
Hey, Charlie.
Watch a slant. Stop Mike 40.
Go.
42.
Step.
From the gun, Herbert. He's airing it out for Williams. And that's caught inside the 30. A big 30-yard play on 3rd.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game.
Ready? 50, plant.
Yes, Mike. Army. Check 24.
Go. 61, match 5.
On the ground, it's Eckler. And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there now.
2nd and 6. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6.
We go.
We own them. Mike's 42. Mike's 42. Too little, cut.
Hey, zoom.
42's Mike. 42's Mike. Watch twist. Mike's 40.
Cut. Zoom.
Off play action. Herbert. Eluding the pressure right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Tim Williams able to drop him for a loss of 2, and that will bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, on comes the Charger kicker, Michael Badgley. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Michael Badgley on for the field goal. A 43-yard attempt.
And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And that is incomplete. Desmond King there on the coverage.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Fielded just inside the 20. That'll be a 50-yard punt with 8 on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Leo.
Kill.
Come. Ready.
To the outside, that's complete to Williams. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches.
Go.
They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. It's a first down following a gain of 3.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
They can't hang with us.
Hey, Haywood.
58's the money. 58's the money.
Yep.
Let's get him home.
X3. 218. Chopper.
Mike, 58, right there.
And we heavy on the edges, heavy on the edges.
Check 26. Rush in.
6-6. Pull it high. Ready, go. Get it.
First down, and they stick with Eckler. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
44's the money.
Hey, let's get some in here.
Go.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Herbert. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They've become a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing, but I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
Yes.
Now Eckler. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Let's see what you got.
Recon, 132 fighter.
He's coming. Double up.
Ready. Head up.
They'll run here with Eckler. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. First down Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards. A first red zone opportunity here for the Chargers. 1st and 10 at the 19. Going on the ground with Eckler. And he stopped immediately there. Josh Jackson, the former Iowa Hawkeye, made the play defensively. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
Hey, Echo.
58's the money. 58's the money.
Lightning. 5.
To throw on 2nd down. Herbert. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on third down.
Go. 42 the mic, boys. 42. 42 is the mic. I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
Mike 42. Mike 42. Check. Check. Mike 42. Protein spill.
Mike's 42. Mike's 42.
Sit up.
Hey, man.
Let's go.
Operating from the gun, Herbert. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's fourth down.
I think you put just a little bit too much heat on that one. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful because you got to keep it away from the defender, but you also have to give your own guy a chance, too.
Badgley able to punch this one through. The Chargers, a team that's really been plagued by poor field goal kicking the last decade or so, but I think they feel they've solved their problems with Badgley.
I would say so. He went 15 for 16 in 10 games last season, undrafted out of Miami. And remember, he had 5 field goals in the playoffs against the Baltimore Ravens.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Now Rodgers. And that's complete to Adams. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first.
First down, Green Bay.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. To throw again. Rodgers. Funches has it complete. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. And Adams has it complete. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Rodgers now on first down. Flushed out right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
To try again after the sack, Rodgers into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Let's go. Interception. Yes,
The Charger drive about to get going. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
down. 15 line. 15 line. Look at me. Go.
Watch the edge.
Deep grip.
Throwing on first down. Herbert escaping the pressure right. Taking a shot for Samuel. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. Curtis Samuel, the intended target. And now it's second down.
Now second and 10.
Ready.
So now they'll come up on second and 10, once again from the 28.
Let's go, D.
Rock it.
Let's get there.
Hey, seam 6. Ready.
The final shot before break. Herbert. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game, as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace, because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Throwing on second down. Rodgers. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch it. Doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he'll be out right at the 35. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer first down. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Rodgers now on first down. It's caught here by Adams. 7 yards to pick up on the pitch and catch. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
How about his performance last week? Over 200 yards. I think his decisiveness, one cut and he goes, that's what's really made him pile up the yardage.
And the yardage he piled up last week, easily honored with NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
I would have voted for him.
Check 56. You don't know no better.
Check 30.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop him. On 2nd down and 4, Rodgers caught left side by Funchess. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Watch on the 50.
Like 56.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 25 yards that time. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Again, it's Jones. They'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
56.
Box it.
56. Mike, 56. Right there.
26.
Hey, here I come. Here I come.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Davante Adams with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
14 yards is the pickup there and a Charger first down.
Hey, wahoo! Go!
58, boys, 58. 58 is Mike. I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to go to you. Hey, 58.
Hey, Delta.
58's the Mike. Watch the screen. 58's the Mike. 58.
Cut. Get it.
On 1st and 10, Herbert And caught by Henry. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Check, 47.
All day, baby, all day. Hey, check Mike 47. Check Mike 47. And we're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet.
Bang, bang.
There goes.
Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
Oh, yeah.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Two jet bomber. Yep. Come.
It's Eckler again. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth.
Now.
Go.
You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing.
47's the mic, boys. 47.
Ready, go. Right on.
He'll try and throw for it here. He's going to look for Allen now into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Darnell Savage, the rookie from Maryland. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. The intended receiver there, Allen.
Let's go.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves them with third and about 6 yards to go.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
On third down, Rodgers. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 35. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. Two-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy, because with a two-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough.
Set, ready? 70, Indy.
It's a party now.
Yes, yes. Bravo. Right. 5.
Looking to throw on second down. Herbert. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Dean Lowry showing his strength and quickness there. A loss of 4. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is third and long.
Check, 42's the mic. Check, 42's the mic.
Ready? Let's go.
From the gun, Herbert. And this is going to be intercepted. Kevin King with a pick. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said. 3rd and long, got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Watch the twist, watch the twist.
They'll go again to Jones. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 4. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Joey Bosa able to record his 5th sack of the season.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Hey, exit.
58's the mic. Ball 58's the mic. Strip the ball. Strip that ball. 58's the mic. 58. 58's the mic.
Hey.
Double. 58's the mic. 58's the mic.
Hey, Charlie.
58.
Clear.
Shoot.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's got a man. Complete. And he takes it down deep into Green Bay territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 86 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation.
80 weapon.
Say.
Look at me. Zipper. Hey, zoom.
58's the mic. Ball 58's the mic. You ain't going nowhere. 58's the mic.
Wait.
58's the mic.
Big grip.
Looking to throw. Herbert. He'll get this to Eckler. Only a yard on the completion. It's 2nd and goal.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Ready.
Here is Eckler. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. And now time is called as we've got an injured Charger down there on the field. We'll step aside and come back to Carson after this. A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and now it's 3rd and goal.
58, boys, 58. 58 is Mike. All right, D, let's go. All right, D.
Hey, 58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic.
It's going to be a long... That's going to be...
Back to throw. Herbert. Touchdown, Chargers! Defensively, it didn't seem like anybody had eyes on the quarterback, and he took advantage.
So you think that maybe we're seeing some pretty good instincts for a young guy? Because that's the thing you worry about. Coming out of college, you're used to getting away with just about anything you want to do. You're just superior. Here, he has to read it, figure it out, and know when it's time to go.
Looking to throw. Herbert. And now nothing but green ahead of him. He's at the 50. The 30, the 20, and he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand-new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
From the 22, Rodgers. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. From the shotgun to give to Jones. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. And now here comes the 3rd of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this one sails out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25. It will. 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. The Charger drive about to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
On 1st down, Herbert. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Za'Darius Smith in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
42's the mic, boys. 42. 42's the mic. Man, I got you. Man, I got you.
Off the play fake. Herbert. He's going to let it fly. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Mike 42, Mike 42. I'm here all day. Check, 42's the mic. Check, 42's the mic. I got you. I got you. Mike's 42.
Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot.
Get your swarm on. 42's the mic, 42's the mic.
Cut. Cut up.
He'll look to throw. And Allen's got it. That one good for 24 yards.
That gets them the first down, but they've still got to move quickly here.
And the Chargers, first down. First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Ready, ready.
This quarterback now 10 of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a first and 10.
Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist. Twist, twist, twist.
Now.
They'll look to throw. Setting up the screen to Kelly. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down.
C6. Come. Five.
Back to throw. He's got a man. That's Keenan Allen. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
Well, how about keeping your head about you in this situation? No more timeouts. Finds a way to get out of bounds. Now they can breathe a little bit as they contemplate what to do on the next down.
Hey, Orbit.
42, Mike 42. That's a run. They're running it. 42's the mic, boy. 42. 42's the mic.
They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football. Ready to go. Let's go.
He's back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Zadarius Smith in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And oh, what a catch there by Allen. And he takes it down deep into Green Bay territory. A big play there for L.A. 55 yards. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for Green Bay, the win will move them to 7-2 now on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the home team here, they'll